Hey, powerhouses! Today I'm sharing a part of my success library, a collection of books that have significantly influenced my entrepreneurial journey. For those of you new to the channel, I am Megan Ewing, your trusted ally on this entrepreneurial journey. So, you ready to unlock the wisdom of these transformational books? Let's dive in. So, I'm going to give you just a few, as I've said in recent videos and older videos and on Instagram and everywhere else. Um, Reading is a big part of my journey. Reading is a big reason that I'm at the point that I am in my life, that I've had the success that I've had in my life. It's kind of like that thing that I just go back to, and it really makes a difference in mainly my mindset, but also just the education that I'm taking in. So I'm going to start right off the bat with still my top number one favorite book, best book that I've read. It was the book that kind of like started my confidence journey with not only business, but just personal confidence also. And that is You're a Badass by Jen Sincero. So I'm going to give just a little summary of it, and then I'll kind of give what it's done for me. So, You're a Badass is a no nonsense guide to overcoming self doubt and embracing your inner power. It blends personal anecdotes with impactful advice. One takeaway is that I have from it is start trusting your intuition more when making your business decisions. The book is a fantastic Kickstarter. It's like a pep talk from a trusted friend. So she encourages you to believe in yourself, step out of your comfort zone. Jen Sincero shares her personal journey from despair to success using humor and personal anecdotes to inspire you to live your best life. If you ever doubted your potential, this book is a must read. So the title kind of says it all. It is that I looked at it as when I first picked up the book, I was shy. I didn't want to get in front of the camera. I didn't want to talk about my business. I didn't want to even present myself as a professional when it came to my business. I like to be, at that point, I was like running my husband's photography business. He was the face, I did the back end work, and I downplayed everything I did. And once I started to talk to more people, I realized, wow, I'm like really killing it in this game. And but I couldn't express that. I couldn't share that. I just was the photographer's wife. Oh, I do stuff. I do behind the scenes stuff. I do. So I always downplayed myself. So I read this book, and it just opened me up to, wow, like everything that you have inside of you is all that you need. All you have to do is know it. So when you wake up and you decide, nah, I'm not just Megan, I'm a badass, your whole attitude changes toward yourself in the greatest way, because now you have the confidence and the courage to overtake and take on anything that's thrown out your way. And this book is great. And especially if you're like me and you're a morning reader, I would read a chapter and it just jump started my day. It gave me that energy. It gave me what I needed to really just push forward and know that whatever task, whatever challenge, whatever came at me, I had it. I was going to do it, and I was going to continue to do it. So, You're a Badass by Jen Sincero. Definitely pick it up. Next book, number 2, and the rest of these books really aren't in any order. It just was like the books that kind of came to mind. Okay, so book number 2 is How Are You Really by Jenna Kutcher. So you know how sometimes you feel like you're just kind of going through the motions, ticking off boxes on your to-do list, but you're really not sure how you're actually doing inside? Jenna Kutcher's book, How Are You Really, is an absolute game changer for all of us dealing with this exact feeling. In the book, Jenna just kind of gets us. And I'm sure you'll have kind of similar feelings where she just digs deep into the not so comfy places and helps us understand our emotions, our stress levels, and our overall well-being. It's like she's saying, "Hey girl, it's okay to prioritize you." She shares some of her own struggles, which honestly make us feel seen. It's like she's giving us permission to step back, breathe, and figure things out. She shares actionable tips and strategies to tune into our feelings and cope with the stresses of this entrepreneurial roller coaster ride. But the best part is she does it in a way that doesn't feel preachy or overwhelming. It's more like she's your best friend sipping on a cup of coffee and telling you, "Hey, I got you. We'll figure this out together." So if you're ever feeling lost in your own journey or just need someone who understands the hustle, this book is definitely going to be your new best friend. How Are You Really is a reminder of your well-being, not just being another item to check off your to-do list. It's the foundation of your success. So I recently finished this book and I was just shocked about how deep it went and how helpful it was, because sometimes I do get caught up in my to-do list and it's just checking boxes like, okay, you did this. Okay, you went to the gym. Okay, you did this. Okay, you had your moment. You read your book. And sometimes you forget to dig deeper and really just make sure you're okay. You know, everyone, if you walk through, if you're at a party, game night with friends, and you're like, hey, how are you? Oh, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm good. But if you like take back and you're like, okay, you got the fake answer. How are you really? Like, okay, I get that you're fine, but how are you really? Because once I dug down, most of the times I'm good. I'm a positive person. I'm happy. I kind of just push through things. But deep down, there's some days where I'm like, shoot, this is one of those days. How am I going to get through my to-do list? How am I going to get through this? What am I doing? The school just called and my kid's sick, but I was supposed to do this, this, and this, and this. So sometimes you have to really just get that out into the world and express it, whether it's talking to a friend, whether it's journaling, whether it's whatever it is. Ask yourself the deeper question beyond how are you, but how are you really? So that's How Are You Really by Jenna Kutcher. If you haven't read it, I definitely encourage. It's a very easy read. She's amazing how she writes the book out. So check it out. And all of these books, if you go on my site, I'm Megan Ewing, I'll leave a link. I have my resources where it's kind of all my favorite books, different tools that I use. So you can always check out the site, grab it. There's links to the Amazon so you can grab the book for yourself. All right, moving on with number 3, Chillpreneur by Denise Duffield Thomas. So Chillpreneur redefines the hustle and grind associated with entrepreneurship. Denise encourages us to work smarter, not harder. She discusses money mindset, marketing, networking, and dealing with the fear of success. Denise's approach is about creating abundance with ease and enjoying the entrepreneurial journey. This was like a mindset shift for me. So Chillpreneur, it probably started when I was like 15. So I know I wanted a car and I knew my parents weren't buying me a car. It took money to buy a car. Well, I understood if you want something, you just work harder. Working harder means you spend more time. So you work 2 jobs, you work 3 jobs to accomplish the goal, and then you get the goal. So that was my mindset. You just work harder. So reading Chillpreneur really kind of like sat me down, was like, Megan, you're kind of going about this in the wrong way. So it really taught me to enjoy the hustle of it, but also enjoy the time it's giving you. You didn't decide to become an entrepreneur because you wanted to work more hours than your full-time job. You became an entrepreneur for the freedom that comes along with being an entrepreneur. So I enjoyed it. And Chillpreneur was one of the books that probably motivated. Recently, I took a month off of work and it was hard. It was very, very hard. And did a lot of traveling, did a lot of just things for me, things for my kids, things for my family. So I don't think without reading this book, I would have been able to enjoy it as fully as I did and really unplug from the entrepreneur life and learn that there's systems that you put in place. There's tools you put in place. I don't know if you're using AI for anything, but there's AI that can help you. There's batching that can help you. There's scheduling that can help you. There's virtual assistants that can help you. So your business doesn't have to suffer because you decide you want to be a chillpreneur. Your business is actually going to grow because you're going to set different tools and systems in place so that if you decide to take some time off, if you decide to go on a vacation, or if you decide just to take a few days off, you don't have to worry about it because the systems and the tools are going to keep everything running for you. So Chillpreneur, definitely a good read. And definitely, I will warn you, if you're in like the hustle mode where it's like, oh, you just have to work harder. Oh, you just have to get a second job. Oh, you just have to work more hours. Oh, you have to get overtime. You want that double pay. You want that time and a half. It's definitely going to make you rethink a whole lot of things. that you've been doing or that you were taught to do. All right, we will move on to number 4. So number 4 is the 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. I read this book a while and it's actually like inspired my morning routine. So to give a little summary of the book, Sharma shows how the quiet of early morning can lead to extraordinary success. A key practice to adopt. Start your day with a mix of exercise, planning, and learning. In the 5 a.m. Club, Robin Sharma argues that the key to extraordinary success lies in the quiet of the early mornings. So by waking up early and dedicating time to self-improvement, we can increase productivity, reduce stress, and improve our health. It's a radical approach to transforming our lives one morning at a time. So when I was reading the 5 a.m. Club, I embraced it fully. I decided I was getting up at 5 a.m. I was doing the routine, and it made a huge, huge difference in my days, my life, my business, everything. So I've since kind of adapted my own 5 a.m. or I won't call it the 5 a.m., but I'll call it the morning routine. So now I have to be out of the bed by 6. And now my body's used to it, so it just does it. In the book, Robin Sharma says to work out first, get that burst of energy out, and then go into it. For me, reading works best for me first. So I do my self-improvement first, which is my reading. Then I do the gym. And then I can get right into work. By practicing the 5 a.m. Club, it opened up a lot. So even if you're like, I'm not doing no 5 a.m., I would definitely recommend reading the book because it's going to teach you about setting routines that are going to be better for you. So even if you're not doing 5 a.m., even if you do a 7 p.m., even if you do a 7 a.m., whatever it is, the routines that he teaches you in the book are going to make a dramatic difference no matter what time you started. For me, the earlier I start, the better. And you may find the same thing for you. And like I said before, I'm not a morning person. So it's not, you can change, you can adjust, you can figure things out that are going to work for you and just make you happier. I had a longer list, but we'll keep it to 5 because I know I'm kind of rambling on with all the books because I love them a lot. But I will come back and maybe we'll do a round 2 of my favorite books. So number 5, which is very fitting, is Think Big, Act Bold, A Mindset Makeover for Women Entrepreneurs by yours truly, Megan Ewing. In my book, I share practical strategies for overcoming limiting beliefs and fear of failure. I discuss how to think big, act boldly, and cultivate a mindset that embraces opportunities and navigates challenges. It's a guide to building self-confidence and achieving your entrepreneurial goals. So my book, I have a copy. I know I have a copy. Zada! Why I wanted to write a book. So I wanted to write the book because I wanted women to realize that most of the time, the biggest thing that is stopping you from your success is your mindset. For some reason, you have something in your mind telling you, 1, you're not good enough, 2, you're not going to do it, 3, you're going to fail, 4, your mom's going to be embarrassed that you're trying these random things again. Your spouse won't support it. It's going to take time away from your kid. Your mind will give you 20,000 reasons why not to do something. But if you can train your mind to be 1, more supportive, and 2, more confident, there's nothing, like nothing in this world that you can't do. Fear is stopping you from doing a lot. And by training your mindset and having the right mindset, you can pursue anything. And not only pursue it, you can succeed at it, because once you have the confidence that you believe you're going to succeed, you're not going to stop working. You're not going to stop hustling for it. You're not going to stop talking about it and putting in all the effort. So that was the goal of my book. The side personal goal of my book is sometimes we have to remind our minds that, hey, you're not acting right. So this book was 1, of course, to help other people, but 2, to help me, because even though I wrote a book on mindset and I have a good mindset, I have bad days. And I have days that I just have to remind myself, like, Megan, you are a badass. Get out there. You're doing great. And keep pushing. So the book is my way of having something to go back to and remind myself, like, okay, what am I feeling today? So if we're going through, I'll do it. So I section out all the chapters. So if like today, I'm having trouble with my boundaries, I'm having trouble saying no, I can go to the chapter on setting boundaries, read that chapter and remind myself, this is why you're going to say no to this person. This is why you're going to say no to this project. This is why you're going to do this. And it's just that friendly reminder of, you got this. And when you don't have it, you can always fall back on the book and remind yourself of what's important. So I hope these books inspire, enlighten, and empower you as much as they have done for me. Make sure to share your favorite book that has made a difference in your entrepreneurial journey in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe button for more book recommendations and entrepreneurial insights. If there's any books that you love that I didn't cover, please drop them in the comments, because I'm always looking for new books and I'm always looking to learn a few things. So drop your favorite books in the comments. Don't forget, signing off, Megan Ewing. Remember, feeding your mind, fueling your journey, and moving toward your vision of success. See ya.